Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Norm, sorry you couldn't make it. Robert, teaching till 10. Catch replay. Thank you, Robert.
It'll be posted. He's asking if it's gonna be posted.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
We'll post it.
Yeah, well, we just leave it and it just
Are we
goes,
gonna
shows
start
up.
calling her Davina now? Yes.
Where,
Just
you
kidding.
got a
No,
head.
I'm kidding. You don't
Yeah,
have to. You can call me whatever you want.
you can call her Bob. Just don't
'Cause
call her for late for dinner.
yeah, yeah. Don't call. What was that? Don't call me late for dinner.
It's like an old dad joke. You can
Oh.
call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner.
Okay, guys, don't marry older men.
That's the price. That's the price. Um, so yeah, now you can call her doing it. No
It's
problem.
initiative. Maybe perhaps Davina goes anything. Anything. I really don't care.
Mm-hmm. All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We actually thought when we were thinking, okay, well, let's see if we can even do a live this Sunday. We'd like to do one at least once a month. You know, we were doing like once a week, but kind of running out of things to talk about because we make videos all the time. It's difficult to do everything. So we're now here at the end of the month. We got to do one. Okay, it's time to do one. And we thought, okay, we're going to be in the middle of a super typhoon. Mawar. By the way, have you heard what Mawar's English name is?
No.
Betty.
Oh. Oh.
Betty.
Wow.
Betty.
They did her dirty there. They
Yeah.
really were just like, let's take away all that power.
Yeah. So right away, we'll just tell you what's going on here in Iloilo.
Yeah.
We got some wind gusts all day, and they were just like they would push it, and it looked like it's going to rain really hard, and then no, beautiful sun would just be pushed right back, and it would like be the hottest day, and then a few minutes later, the same sort of thing, and then every once in a while you get like no wind at all. It was like
Yeah, it
eerie
was
no wind.
sunny and weird, and when it feels like it's about to rain. Like that, like mugginess, that like it's like the sky is holding its breath.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that, but no rain. At least I didn't notice any rain.
No, I did see a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, just sprinklings. But either way, we didn't get what everybody was expecting. We'd get something, but what I think is happening is all the moisture from the air is being drawn to this massive, massive typhoon. Like it's enormous, and it slowed way down, and it's sitting off the coast of the Philippines. Right now, 12 provinces remain potentially in its path, and that's the last update I saw 1 hour before an hour, so 2 hours ago now. And so it's not us, it's more of the north and, Samar and southern Leyte, that kind of thing. All those areas up there. And it's supposed to hover there and just keep getting bigger and bigger. And then eventually just kind of go over that Taiwan Strait and just keep doing that. And then slowly make its way up to Japan. That is the path they're predicting. Doesn't mean they're always right, correct? That happens all the time. But it's a pretty crazy thing. Oh, okay. Somebody's saying here, Neb is saying that it's
Hey,
Betty
Nebs.
is its local name. Wow,
Oh,
Neb.
locally.
Who locally named that? Okay,
That was
Mawar sounded so cool. It sounded dangerous. It sounded something from like Greek
Sounded like a
mythology.
warrior.
War
Sounded like
god.
Cleopatra. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, let's not get into that. And so,
Unless you guys want to.
yeah, you never know. So anyway, so we're going to start this off and explain what it's like, because people are always saying that to us. Why would you move someplace where they get typhoons all the time? We're in cyclones and earthquakes and volcanoes and all of that good stuff.
And typhoon, the same thing.
I think they have different ratings, and
It's-
it can become a typhoon.
I thought it was just where in the world you were. So if you were
Okay.
down below, it's
Not
a
sure.
cyclone.
Maybe somebody
If
can
you're
tell us.
up in Asia, typhoon.
So that's why it
don't know
might
then.
be a grading thing. I don't know. I could be entirely wrong. It could
do
be
you
that because they were talking about hitting Guam, they call it a cyclone, and then when they were talking about hitting here, because it did hit Guam,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it did a lot
Australia
of
calls
damage
it
there.
cyclones down
Right. So
down under.
you never know. Wow. Say that again.
Down under.
Impressive.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm gonna just show you something here. Let's see. I have to open it up, and this is the Northeast blackout of 2003. So when we're talking about power outages and everything, they're like, why would you move someplace where there's incredible amount of power outages? And well, my answer is pretty simple. I'm going to actually just move that over a bit, actually, too,
No
'cause
typhoon here. Yeah,
it
we
does
don't.
not need to be that far over. And nope, so nothing yet. Uh, We had this in 2003, and I remember this perfectly because it was hot, it was summer, and it was actually a software glitch. Isn't that crazy? And if you notice in the image there, they show this circle here. It affected New York City, it affected Ontario, Quebec, New Jersey, all different kinds of things, and it affected 50 million people. And yes, New York City, their subways, those kind of places, they were fixed pretty much right
Yeah,
away.
some say it was fixed within 7 hours.
Yeah, but I remember where I was. I wasn't in downtown Toronto. I was in one of the suburbs outside. I think at the time I lived in a place called Georgetown, or Brampton, Mississauga. If you know that whole area, that's where it was. And there were, for us, it was, I think, 4 days and 4 hours. And in the craziest heat, no, obviously nobody predicted it. There was no storms or anything. It was just hot and humid, and everybody's fridges, everything was going bad. Freezers, everything was going bad. So everybody's just. But the cool thing was, is everybody would just go cooking all of their food on
Everyone had a
barbecues.
cookout.
Yeah, everybody had a cookout
Nice,
because
nice.
we all have natural gas in Canada, so no electricity. You still have gas, and so we continued to cook, and then gave it out to all our friends. Just everybody on the street, didn't matter who it was. Restaurants were doing the same. Everybody's kind of came together. But that was when we first realized, I think for most people, how crazy reliant we are on technology. And people, when the stores don't have food anymore, and they don't have electricity anyway, and there's no gas because there's no gas stations are working because we don't have generators in Canada. Like some, but very, 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 very few. It's not like here where even like some of the larger stories have generators. Like there is things
True.
open. Every gas station has generators here.
Yeah, everybody's ready for it.
Yeah, so they're more prepared here by far for power outages.
We were. Now we are.
Yeah, we have a generator now. We're all ready.
We're ready
We even
now.
brought water up to the second floor here. I was ready. Okay, if there's any flooding or anything, because that's honestly what you worry about in Iloilo, is we have the ability. It's very heavy, but I drag that thing all the way upstairs, put it on the outside balcony, and I'd be 20 feet in the air and be able to run generators. So I had a lot of options there. So that was a northeast blackout. All right. So let's
Wait,
keep
and
going. Sorry, go ahead.
It said that almost 100 people died from that.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the duration 2 to 4 days.
Yeah, depending how far you were. Yeah, like we were in one of those unfortunate areas.
I was
America
4.
was first, by the
I
way.
was 3 or 4 at the time. So.
Yeah, you probably don't remember much. We're
I
having
don't
a
even-
dog battle outside on our street right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's like a
There's
dog
a million
war.
dogs fighting right now.
Yeah.
We're used to it.
Oh.
We cheer for the one with the.
There's your answer, by the way.
So cyclones are reserved for Oceania, Australia. Why do they only get it reserved? Did they pay for the reservation? I don't think so. I'm gonna start calling it cyclone.
Do they pay for rent in your head
Do they?
for you to say these things?
No, they
No?
live rent.
You didn't get
free.
anything.
They live
All right,
rent-free.
so then we have here, okay, and so this is the blizzard of 1999.
I
Convenient
wasn't
year,
even
right?
Born.
Um,
I wasn't even born when this happened, so suck it.
And this one was incredible for one reason, and that was the very first time that we ever called the army out in Toronto for that much snow, because Toronto is not equipped for a lot of snow. It's a concrete place that generally, when snow falls, it melts because the concrete holds so much heat in. It is like New York City. And plus, they have nowhere to put it. So in the suburbs, yeah, they just make your snow. The snow just plows all the snow to the curb, and you can't get at the sidewalk, and it just goes 12 feet in the air. But in a downtown city, they don't have curbs with grass and lawns and all those things. There's nowhere to put their stuff, and so they have to actually put it all in dump trucks and haul it out. And they just couldn't. They couldn't even. The city literally was just boom, shut down. And so yeah, it was a big emergency, and they had called out the military. There was a lot of laughing about it because he had the military out there with shovels.
Yeah. 600 centimeters, which is 6 meters.
Yeah, 6 meters of snow. Very quickly, by the way. Here's a picture here to
I'm-
show the cars under the snow.
Yeah, and 6 meters is like that's a lot. That's like
Yeah.
how many feet is that?
Help me out here. 20? Something like that. I don't know.
Because I'm only
No.
I'm
Like 15 feet.
I'm 160 centimeters.
Yeah.
That's how tall I am. So like 1.6, so
Meters.
1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. So it's 4 of me basically stacked up. A little less than 4 of me stacked up. That's how much snow they got. What
right?
the
Isn't
heck?
that crazy?
That's
And actually,
crazy.
this site, if you'll notice here, this is the top 10 storms all ever in Canada. And number one was like way back in 1941. Then in 1942 was number two. 1944 with a Great Toronto snowstorm.